everyone. Today I discovered some fungus gnats flying around my Sansevieria cuttings. The soil is pretty wet from all the rain we've been having, and I think that, oh, I see one. It's so small I'm not sure it's going to be picked up by the camera, and they're being elusive now that I've brought it outside. But I think what happened is the soil stayed wet so much in the rain by having it outside this summer that it created fungus on top of the soil. And when that happens, you can end up making the perfect conditions for fungus gnats. Now you may say these tiny little things are no problem, but what happens is they are laying eggs in your soil. So you may have a few fungus gnats at first, but once the conditions are right, their eggs are going to hatch and you're going to end up with lots more fungus gnats, and you may have a problem with some of your other plants if you keep this plant with the other plants. So there are a couple solutions to this problem. I always look for more natural solutions. I tend to steer away from pesticides. The one that I'm going to use today is just to totally transplant this, dispose of the soil outside where it's not going to bother my houseplant collection, and I'm going to hope that that takes care of the problem. So I'm going to take out the cuttings, rinse them off. That will also allow me to see the progress on how they're growing. They've been in the soil for quite a while, and if changing the soil doesn't work, then you can always take a spray bottle. I just bought this at the hardware store, and put water in it with a little bit of isopropyl rubbing alcohol. And if you spray your plant and its soil with this every day, it should eliminate the fungus gnat problem. It also works on some other pest problems as well. But today I'm going to try a no-kill policy on this and give it a try and just change out the soil, and hopefully that's going to take care of my problem. But you do have options, and you don't have to use pesticide. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The other reason I don't necessarily want to use the alcohol and water solution is if I'm spraying Sansevieria every day, then it's not going to be happy. It prefers to be on the dry side. So I don't want to soak this succulent plant that prefers to be drier by doing that method. So I think this method is going to work better. And it looks like this one has taken root. So this is a way for me to see how things are looking underneath the soil. So I'm going to put this in my new pot for now, work on the others. And bugs are something to think about. When you do keep your plants outside in the warm weather and bring them in, you may encounter some problems that you're not so happy with. I actually carried in my euphorbia plant a couple of weeks ago, and a toad jumped out. So luckily he jumped out on the way into the house and not when he was already in there. But when you put your plants outdoors, sometimes the creatures that live out there think they're the perfect home. And I'm just going to rinse off a couple more. I'm trying to get as much soil off the roots as I can so we can start fresh. And one more. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this water and just dump this soil far out into the garden, away from my plant collection, and let's freshen it up. So I'm just going to bring my bucket of soil up and start putting some in. I'll just put that in the bottom. This is a fresh container. I think that's best. I can bleach out the other one, or since it's a recycled container, I can just go ahead and recycle it. Maybe not bother with the bleach. And I'm just gonna set these down in there. The roots look really fantastic. I'm excited. I'm hoping that this plant will send up some new leaves and turn into a new Sansevieria plant for me. And I'm going to hold those in place and fill in the new soil. And I'm going to feel a lot better once this is done about bringing this back into my house. Because although gnats are harmless to us, they're not harmless to the plants, and nobody wants bugs in their house. So this is about done. I think these cuttings are going to appreciate some fresh new soil. And I'm not going to do this every day, but I think just to be safe, I'm going to give it a squirt with the alcohol solution. You don't even need that much in your water, but it'll take care of anything that's there. And I'm going to let this dry out and be a happy Sansevieria plant. So I think we're all set there, and hopefully we are gnat free now. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're having a great day.